Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 30th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this exchanging gifts card in this blessed card. So definitely could be a blessing coming in for you in the form of some sort of gift. This blessed card is card number 22, and 22 is the master builder number. And so sometimes I feel like this card is saying that you are kind of getting a reward for work that you have done. So if you have been working hard on something or trying to complete something, that's definitely popping into my head with that card, that you could finally be seeing better results, or just getting a result in general for the work that you're doing. And obviously that would be a good thing. I feel like there's, the funny thing is that you have the Knight of Wands as well as your first card. And I always say that, to me, the Knight of Wands is the true builder in the tarot. Like, he wants to build something, or, the other thing about the Knight of Wands is that he just can build, even if, he represents mystery as well, because we have these three pyramids. What the heck is going on here? And anyway, he has these three pyramids right here. And those three pyramids kind of represent mystery. And so he might not exactly know how to build what he's trying to build, but he will figure it out. The whole point is that he wants to figure out how to build things. Or even, if he encounters an obstacle, he doesn't just let an obstacle be an obstacle. He builds something to get around the obstacle. And so we see this building energy going on here in the reading. And again, I think you could be building something, or you have been working on something. You even have the Two of Wands also coming up. He's already built his castle, but that he has this wand behind him, and that wand behind him stands on its own, and he's reaching forward to this new wand, and the whole point of the two of Wands is to build something new. So, are you really building something new? I would say, no, but kind of. It's let's say you have a business. It's I feel like you're building something else, maybe that's a better way to put it. It's new, but it's the same business, or you're just building something to make it better, if that makes sense. And, that's kind of the feeling I get here. Knight of Wands just says, allow whatever this is, to whatever you're trying to build. You could even be trying to build up yourself, or your health, or, your belief system, or whatever it is. The Knight of Wands says, allow it to be an adventure. He is spontaneous. He doesn't need things to go a certain way. And, I'm definitely getting that message of flexibility on the Knight of Wands. So, do it. You have the Lovers, a little bit of love here. I mean, you end with the Four of Wands as well. So if you want love, could be love. I would also say that the Lovers can represent a choice. And I always say that with the Lovers, I like the new choice. So whatever decision you're trying to make, I would pick the new path. And even, the Two of Wands kind of says the same thing. The Two of Wands says it's time to enter into a new world, or it's time to build something new, build your next castle. He's standing at the top of the castle he's built, but maybe he needs to go build another castle somewhere else. You have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. And, I think a lot of people are walking away from things that no longer serve them, and it just, it's like a sign of the times, really. Everybody's pretty much doing that. So let's see here, Aquarius. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords would be taking the risk. I always say Five of Swords can represent separation and, all that other stuff, but in a reading like this, I really feel it's encouraging you to take a risk. He is a winner, and he has won at all costs, but it could say that you taking the risk to do something, again, that could be a little bit of a mystery, or maybe you're going to have to build something to overcome the mystery or to get around obstacles. I think that type of risk would be very good for you, Aquarius. With the Lovers, you have the Nine of Wands here. What else do we see here? So the Nine of Wands can represent boundaries, or putting up boundaries. The Nine of Wands also would say, don't give up. If you are, kind of going back to the drawing board here, or you're not really starting over, is what I want to say. He has those 8 wands behind him, and those 8 wands are 8 things that he has tried to be successful on his journey. And he is the Wounded Warrior. He has this one last wand that he's holding on to. Right here, we see this one last wand that the Two of Wands guy is holding on to here as well. And so the Nine of Wands is kind of saying, don't give up on something you want, and I think you could be building towards something that you want, or something you desire. And here you go. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles, another card of building. He has built those 3 pentacles there. And Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. And he has done a good job, and he's receiving recognition for the work that he has done. So I think a lot of you, you're clearly building something new in your life. It could literally be anything. And whatever it is, I think will go very well for you here, Aquarius. So that looks good. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this day and night card. It says there's current disharmony due to existing differences in some matter. That could be what you're walking away from. You have this time is now card. It says it is time to act now without hesitation. Move past the old and move forward. I also think, there's kind of like two messages going on in this reading. You're building something new and also move past the old. Eight of Wands, releasing the old story, moving on to the new one. Two of Wands, same thing. Eight of Cups, Five of Swords. All these cards basically say the same thing. So you're clearly building something new here, Aquarius, and I think that it's going to be very good for you. I also think that, with that day and night card, I feel like it's saying, don't limit yourself in some ways. It's like if you're doing something where you're, working with other people or you're working in a group and let's put it this way. Sometimes I think we work with a group of people or, we team up with a person or whatever, and it's really it's holding us back. And I think that you need to pay attention to that if you are working together with other people. Next, you have the Hermit, the Two of Wands, and the Empress. The Hermit says that you have learned a lot, and he has climbed to the top of this mountain, and now he is shining his inner light. So the Hermit is all about, shining your inner light and needing to shine your inner light. He is also in Hermit mode, so it might be time for you to leave Hermit mode. And, you have that card that says the time is now, which I feel like you get these cards with me all the time that basically say, time to go, time is now. I can't remember the other ones, but all of these decks have something that basically says move your ass, right? So I think it's time to get moving. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, he is looking out. I always say with this card, I think you get this card with me all the time as well, Aquarius. He's looking out here. He's not looking right here at what is truly possible. And so he is kind of looking at things from a limited perspective. Two of Wands isn't a bad card. It's card, it is a card of progress. It is a card of foresight, kind of seeing the future. But at the same time, the story of the Two of Wands is that he is standing where he has always been, and, he needs to leave a comfort zone. He needs to go do things or do something that he's never done before. He might be searching for an exceptional result in his life, but to have an exceptional result, he has to be willing to take the risk of being exceptional. And that's kind of the message I'm getting here with this reading. Again, it's time for you to try to do something above and beyond, or something exceptional, or really put yourself out there, right? And why? Because you have the power to do it. You have the Empress. I kind of get the feeling that something is going to be easier than you think. And I want to stress that nothing is easy right now, but easier than you think. So again, let me say it again for the people in the back. Whatever you're thinking about is not going to necessarily be easy, but it is going to be easier than you think. So there you go. And I would just go for it, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to accomplish. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Really good cards. So I think that, whatever you're thinking about building or putting work into is probably going to lead to Empress mode, but, again, you're going to have to put the work in to build it. With the Hermit, you have the Ten of Swords. Definitely would say it's time to get out of Hermit mode. The Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with, and it's time to get up off the ground. He needs to realize that he is dead, and it's time for him to undergo a transformation. It's time for him to move on from whatever has, reached rock bottom, or whatever has not been successful in his life. And he's making this symbol right here with his hands. It's the same symbol the Hierophant is making on his card, and it represents a blessing. So, I always say the Ten of Swords can be like a blessing in disguise. It can say you could be seeing how something that didn't work in the past is going to work in the future. Or something better is coming. With the Two of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, quick success. Like I said, I don't want to make this sound easy because, like I said, I think that whatever you're doing is going to require work here. But Eight of Wands is quick success. Ace of Swords is rapid success. So, I think that whatever you're thinking about building is probably going to be more, is going to be successful much faster than you think. And yeah, you're still going to have to put work in. You're going to have to maintain the momentum. One thing I like to remind people of with the Eight of Wands is that we can't just stop. Just because the success comes quickly doesn't mean we can rest on our laurels, right? We have to keep doing the things that we did to make us successful in the first place. Eight of Wands is a card of momentum. And so you have to keep that momentum going. But as long as you do that, I feel like there will be success. I also feel that, the Eight of Wands with the Ace of Swords can represent good news. So there could be a little bit of good news, or you could be hearing like something with that Ace of Swords. With the Empress, you have the Star, almost a glow up. To me, the Empress, Star, and the Sun together in a reading is glow up energy. But you're like the second or third sign that has had almost a glow up, the Star with the Empress in their reading. So, people, I just think that really what it boils down to is that people are really going for it. People have the Star is like your North Star, or having that big goal, wish, or dream. And so is this really glow up energy? I would say, sure, we are in a time of attention. We have Pluto in Aquarius, which is great for attention. You are an Aquarius if you're watching this reading, probably. And, if you're not, maybe you're an Aquarius rising. So the same thing's going to be true for you. But, again, I think that it's an amazing time for Aquarius to get attention, and positive attention, of course. But this, to me, really says that you're probably really going for it, like this goal, wish, dream, whatever you're trying to do. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Inspire card and this Trust card. Yeah, the Star is all about inspiration. I've said it to you a million times. I'm probably going to say it 2 million more. With Pluto and Aquarius, I think the most spiritual thing you can do is be an inspiration to other people. Show other people. And again, you're not telling anyone anything. You're just living your life. And by living your life and, doing something hard, or, building something, you are inspiring others. And that's exactly what I would do here with this card. You have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Ace of Swords could be some sort of victory or a big win coming in for you. You also have that Two of Wands, which, the Two of Wands is kind of about needing to build a new castle, which I think you could be doing. And there's also this crown at the top of the Ace of Swords. So, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like you're reclaiming your crown, which I also, as I say that, I'm having deja vu, so I'm probably have said this to you before, that you could be in a time where you are reclaiming your crown, or you're doing something different in your life, and you're becoming like an authority, or maybe you're trying to be seen as being an authority or a leader in something. It's definitely popping into my head. So if you're like working on that, this could be in business, or maybe you're trying to become like an influencer, or whatever the popular word is nowadays. And, this could really be you claiming your crown, or, building a new castle so that you can claim your crown, which is kind of the energy I get here. But definitely a victory. You have the Four Swords. It's a great time of healing at the end of the year here. We've had all this retrograde energy. We're still in the Mercury retrograde shadow. We have Mars retrograde. So, of course, I think like resting, relaxing, recovering, healing, all of those things are a good idea. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about getting started, planting seeds. And you end with the Nine of Pentacles, which is those seeds growing. So I think that anything you want to start, it would be a great time for you to get started, Aquarius. The Six of Pentacles is about investing in the right things, not the wrong things. I was kind of getting a message earlier that some of you, like, I don't really feel like you're wasting your time. But again, if you have, like, if you're working on a side project or a side hustle, like with other people, I would really make sure that they are like pulling their weight here or something. I don't know. I just can't get away from the feeling. So there you go. And if they're not pulling their weight, again, it could just be like sucking your energy away, and I would be careful of that. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, very busy. I think, again, you have the Lovers here, but I don't even think this is about love, because, really, at the end of the year, maybe even into the beginning of the year, it looks to me like you're building something, like he is. He is literally building those 8 pentacles, and he is almost done. So I don't really think this is a love reading. I think you're more focused on, you could be, and again, you could be like working on yourself, building yourself for the purposes of love, like in the future. But I think you're more focused on building, building something. With the Four of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, amazing. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. And Ten of Pentacles is, the best card in the tarot, pretty much. One of the best. Ten of Pentacles is about building, leaving a legacy. All of the fixed signs get this card with me. So, I think it's because of Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus really wants us to like build and leave a legacy, or wants us to, build something better in our life. And so a lot of you are probably working on building, leaving a legacy. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands twice. Four of Wands could be marriage, but The Four of Wands is a card of freedom, and it's a card of setting yourself free. So a lot of you, and again, Taurus gets this message all the time. So, I think Uranus and Taurus is pushing all of us to be more free, but you, Aquarius, being a fixed sign, you might have the stronger desire for freedom. You have this bat spirit says a rebirth is assured. You have this pig spirit says use your mind wisely. Yeah, I think your brain is trying to tell you what to do. You have that Eight of Swords. You also have the Eight of Wands. This could be like messages you're receiving, but really the way that I think of the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords is they're both directional cards. Eight of Wands, all those wands are pointing in one direction. Ace of Swords is laser-like focus, picking one thing, focusing in on it, and making it happen. So I think that your brain is moving in a direction, and that's the direction you need to move in. Next, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. I think that your seeds are sprouting. She has grown these grapes behind her, and she's a card of like gratitude and luxuries and being grateful for what you have. But she has these grapes, and the grapes in the tarot represent having a skill. They are kind of meant to represent something that's very difficult to grow, but she can do it well. And so the grapes kind of say that she has the power, or she has the ability to grow something in her life that is hard for other people. So again, if you have a skill that you are good at, I would be using that skill in building something because it looks good. You have the Ace of Pentacles. A lot of aces at the end of the year. I find that at the end of every single year, we get a lot of aces. I've been doing this for over 10 years on YouTube now, and pretty much at the end of every single year, a bunch of aces show up in the readings. And, I think that it makes sense. Beginning of the year, fresh start, hoping for a fresh start. We're all looking to, maybe do something new. And again, I would take advantage of any new opportunities that come your way with this energy because you will probably be very successful if you do. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, both of those cards are very much a nurturing energy. And the Ace of Pentacles has this garden at the front of the card. And the Ace of Pentacles can represent like nurturing something into existence. So, I think it would be an amazing time for you to like nurture something that you're working on and like really care for the things that matter to you. Again, the Ace of Pentacles, we have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, all that other good stuff. And if we take care of whatever we're trying to grow, then it will grow. You have the Four of Wands. We see these cards that kind of, the Blessed card, the Exchanging Gifts card, all this other stuff. So you could be feeling set free. You could also just be celebrating at the end of the year here, or feeling like you're ready to celebrate. And obviously that would be a good thing. These people are celebrating on the other side of this card. So it can represent marriage, but, it can also just represent celebration. So let's see here. What is going on for you? With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. A lot of attention for you. Six of Wands is a card of victory or success, and it can also represent receiving attention. He's being celebrated by the people around him. And so whatever you're thinking about, building here, Aquarius, I think could lead to a lot of positive attention, like in work and business and whatever it is that you do. So I would definitely soak that up. And we have two victory cards here. So again, if you are working towards something, it's clear to me that this is going to be a victory. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Again, if you want love, there definitely is love here. We have the Lovers twice. We have the Four of Wands twice. We have the Empress, the Star. So it's like someone clearly finds you attractive. And, the Ace of Pentacles could be like a love offer. I always say the Ace of Pentacles is the card of the path to marriage. It doesn't mean you have to marry this person if you're like meeting a new person. But it just says that, if you are meeting a person, it could eventually lead to marriage. So, there you go. With the Four of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles. Again, ton of repeating cards here. Repeating cards are basically the universe saying I meant what I said. It's like kind of like confirmation from the universe. And so that's like the first thing. The Six of Pentacles would also kind of represent giving to the right person. If you're dating right now, the Six of Pentacles could say let's say you're like dating multiple, meeting multiple people or whatever. It basically says, pay attention to equal give and take. It's like which person does equal give and take, and that's the person you should probably pick. You have this Mountain Road card. It says you're on the road to success. Clearly, this is a very good reading for you, Aquarius. So, there you go. You have this gong card. It says an exciting event. Yeah, there could be excitement here. I mean, the reading is very positive just in general. We see a lot of good cards here, and so there could be a lot of excitement or, blessings with the blessed card. You have the star, ace of swords, 10 of pentacles. Really good. So love it. You have this well. It says family wishes come true. Yeah, I think if you have a family, your family wishes could be coming true. If you want to have a family, your family wishes could be coming true. You have this lobster. It says financial pinch. Again, finances look really good in this reading, although you do have the Six of Pentacles. And, Six of Pentacles can represent making sure that you're investing in the right things, like financially, and make sure you're not buying things that you don't need. So that's like one thing. You also have the Nine of Pentacles as well. And even though this card says financial pinch, I always think of the Nine of Pentacles as like luxury. But that doesn't mean you should just be wasting money. But one thing I will tell you is that the Nine of Pentacles to me says, buy quality things. And that might cost a little bit more money, but it will last a lot longer. I always tell a story. I have a person in my life that I know that has bought like 30 blenders since I've known this person, right? I have bought one expensive blender, and the entire time that this person has bought 30 blenders, I still have one, and it works perfectly, right? And because this person only buys cheap blenders, right? So random story, but again, they could probably have bought like 10 of my blenders at this point. Literally, I'm not even kidding, right? So sometimes I think that, this card in the Nine of Pentacles can just say, like, buy something good so that you don't have to buy 900 of whatever it is that you're buying. So, it goes both ways. Rant over. You have this carrot. It says opportunity or windfall, 10 of Pentacles. There's some sort of, like, winning opportunity here, or, like, a really good opportunity coming in for you, especially the Ace of Pentacles can also represent some sort of opportunity. So I don't know. This looks good. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.